And we are live. Hello, hello. And I will take a minute to record. Welcome everyone that's finding us. Come in and find a seat. And we're so glad that you are here. Making sure all of our ones that just arrived are getting in.
Linda.
Hello.
Okay. Hello and welcome. Welcome everyone. I'm so excited to be doing this. And I'm glad that you all are joining in from the very beginning. We're going to do an angel a month. And I just had that inspiration from the angels to do it, and everybody was excited about it. So that is what we are beginning in January. And the angel that I'll present will be the angel we'll work with for a month, and then we'll go to the next one in line, whoever that may be. So welcome and thank you for being here. I want to take just a minute to just ask our wonderful archangels to surround us as we do this class together. So if you'll join with me by just going into your heart, just breathe in, and I'm going to invite in Archangel Raphael from the east, Archangel Michael from the south, Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel, please give us the clarity we need for this class and for understanding more about you precious angels. And then from the north, we have Archangel Uriel. And Uriel, we're asking right now that you just ground our energy, help us to stay focused, help us to be balanced as we do this work together. Oh, thank you. Thank you for creating a circle of love around us as we prepare to learn more about angels. And that is my intention. I hope it's yours as well to learn about the angels. And I just want to start out by saying I've worked with the angels my whole life. Angels, angels everywhere. Maybe you have experienced them, maybe you have not. So just by a show of hands, and some of you are not on video, so you can hit that. There's, I think, a little button that says reaction. Have you had an angel experience? Now, that could be a message, a sighting of an angel. It could be just where you knew that the angels were guiding. So, anybody ever have an angel experience? Awesome. I love it. I love it. Okay, well, thank you. Yes, it will be a little interactive. And the reason I'm doing it through Zoom to broadcast is so you can ask questions. And after I present the material, and we'll do an activation to the angel's energy, which is Haniel, is our angel tonight. After we do the meditation and activation, then we'll have time if you have questions or if you want to share your experience during the time we've spent together here tonight. So I want to make this your class. That's how I work. That's how I do my teaching. It's not about me, it's about you. So let's do that. Let's definitely interact when it is time to do so. So, what are angels? Angels were created just as we were. They were created to be our messengers. Sometimes we hear the message. Sometimes we get a sign. It may be like on a license plate, a street sign, a billboard. There's a multitude of ways that they can get a message through to us. But they are the ones that bring us that inspired thought, that guidance that we need. They're also our helpers. So when we are stuck, the angels are the ones that we can call on and say, all right, I need some guidance here. I'm going the wrong direction, or I just need some help straightening things out. So they definitely are here to help us along this road of life. You know, we weren't brought here and dumped and said, okay, now go do it. We do have help. We have spirit guides, we have angels. And of course, we can always just go directly to God. But the angels are fun. I love working with the angels. And the more the merrier. I've really come to encounter a lot of the angels and have gotten a close relationship to where I feel like I can share those experiences with you. And that's on a personal level of what I have been through. And as we go along each month, you can share an experience that you've had as well, especially if it's one of the angels we're talking about. We also have guardian angels. And the guardian angels, from what I understand, this is what I've been shown or taught, we all have them. So nobody's excluded. If you think you don't have a guardian angel, just kind of tune in and ask. That's all we have to do is just say, hey, I want to know my guardian angel. I want to know who's helping me and whispering in my ear and helping me to understand things more fully. So that's angels. That's what they are. That's what they do. There are different types of angels. From what I was told, not every angel has a name. We can just call them, just call the angel that helps me not eat ice cream, or the angel that's going to help me feel better. You don't have to know the name of the angel, but it helps. Wouldn't you like to know that person sitting beside of you, know their name so you can speak to them on that level? Well, it's the same with angels. So you might not know all their names, and they may just not even have a name that we would comprehend, but they all have a purpose. So each week I'm going to work with some of the energy of an archangel. That's the ones that we are working with on this teaching. And these are the rulers and the chiefs of other angels in the hierarchy of angels. Now, this has been explained in writings. The angels are in the holy writings, and I believe every religious belief there are angels, and they're taught, and many times they use the same name for the angels throughout these religious teachings. And also through channeled information, we've received a lot of knowing about the angels and how they work. So I'm just going to run through some of the types of angels. We're not going to get into detail about them, but I just want you to be aware we're working with the archangels. Like I said, they're like over those other angels. They can send them out on assignment. There are also cherubim. And cherubim, they magnify the power and the holiness of God by singing his praises and serving as a reminder of his presence. So if you ever heard an angel choir, I've heard like that beautiful angelic sound, and I just know that that's etheric, that is coming from somewhere other than this 3D that we're inhabiting. There are seraphim. These angels are considered the highest order of angels in the holy writings. They are described as having 6 wings and standing close to God. So they're not an angel that we would normally encounter. These are angels that they're just created just for that specific purpose, and they don't really interact with humans. They leave that up to the archangels. There are also principalities, and these angels are known as rulers, and they guide and protect nations, institutions, and groups of people. So I believe I've had a strong intuition about businesses. If you have a business, or even if you work for a business, established business, there is a guide over that particular institution. So if you have your own business, just ask, who's my angel that's helping me to do good in my business? So there's also, like I said, the guardian angels. Those are the ones that I didn't like what I read about them. It said they were the lowest ranking angels. I hold my guardian angels in high esteem, and I don't consider them to be at the bottom of the barrel at all, because they help me so much. And, I give them a hard time because I'm pretty stubborn, and I do things a lot of times that I know I shouldn't be doing, but I do it anyway. And they just kind of just put up with me and hide their head like, there she goes again. So I really hold my guardian angels in high esteem. All right, so that's just a quick rundown of the different types of angels, just so you can see what we're working with. We are working with very high vibrating and high frequency energies when we're working with these archangels. Haniel is one of those archangels. Now, pronunciation is something that, we all have accents, we all have ways of saying words. So I don't know that there is a wrong or right way to say her name. Just say it, whatever comes out for you, whatever feels right. I say it Haniel. I've heard it Haniel. The EL on the end of an angel's name means of God. So if you see any of the other angels and that's how their name ends, that's what that signifies. Each one of these archangels has a name along with their purpose and what they are helping us to do and guiding us. And her name, him. Okay, let's stop right there. Angels don't have a gender like us humans do. They may appear to us in a masculine form or feminine form or just an energy. And that's the thing with
Okay.
um, sorry, with angels, we may see them, we may visualize, we might hear them speak, or we may just have that knowing, that clairsentience
All right.
of that. Okay, I'm not sure who's talking, but can you all just mute while I present this? Thank you. Um,
Um,
okay, so talking about how we perceive angels, and they'll come to us how they want us to recognize them. So if I say he or she, I've seen Haniel many different ways. So when I see an angel, I always try to say, who am I talking to? Who are you? Unless it's the ones that I interact with all the time. So Haniel's name is often translated as the grace of God or the joy of God. And I'm going to go with joy. I mean, yes, I love grace, but the joy of God. The angels have said that this is going to be the year of joy for us humans. I'm going to hold them to that. And that was why they told me to start with Haniel for this beginning one in the beginning of the year so that we can get into her energy and really feel it inside of us this whole month. This month, just really focus on what you have encountered here tonight with this angel. She is connected to the moon. Any moon phase doesn't have to be full. It can be the full moon, the quarter moon, the half moon, the crescent moon. Anytime that it goes into a different phase, ask to connect with her. Ask what she can teach you with that phase of the moon, because each moon phase has something different that it brings to us. She's also connected and brings in intuition and our feminine energy, the divine feminine. When you're working, let's say, with Divine Mother or Mary Magdalene, that's a big divine energy. And Haniel is right there as the angel that's helping us with understanding more about the fact that we need both. We need the divine feminine and the divine masculine. She helps us to understand how we can increase our divine energy on the feminine aspect. So if you're feeling like you need to have that balanced, ask her. Just ask her, him, however you see Haniel. Turquoise. I hold turquoise when I want to connect with Haniel. And you can see I've got a lot of blue around me and I'm wearing blue. Anytime we can wear a color that is significant with an angel, it helps bring in that energy even more. Same thing with the chakras. If you want to increase, let's say, your throat chakra, you're going to want to wear blue. Um, it's just the way it works. It helps you to resonate more with that energy field. So holding turquoise. And if you have any that you have available, if you'll hold that when we do the meditation and the activation, that's a wonderful thing. I love working with gemstones, and I love how they power up when we connect in with them, or just hold them, or just have them close by. So it's said that if you see green or turquoise around you, Haniel may be nearby. It's interesting that when I first started working very closely with the angels, I've experienced them my whole life, but when I first started really working with them, I would see the light. I would see the light ray that came through with the angel. So I got to know, like Michael of the blue ray, and the green ray for Raphael. So when you see the energy stream, if you're tuned in and your intuition's revved up, you'll see this energy stream come in. And Haniel's is the turquoise, green, sometimes it's just white. I've seen that with her. Um, so the green is for prosperity. If you see Haniel and you know that you're working with her and the green shows up, yeah, look out, because abundance is coming your way. And the white, if she comes in as all white, that's to get you a deeper connection with the Creator. It's about the holiness. The turquoise light signifies clear perception. So, working with Gabriel, she can help you to understand things more fully and help get more clarity. Um, the turquoise might come to you while you're in meditation. It might come in while you're sleeping, or just a flash. Sometimes the angels are very high frequency, and sometimes when they come in, it's just a flash of light. You might think, where did that come from? There was all of a sudden color in the room, and it was really quick. Well, it was probably an angel that just came because they heard your heart call. We don't always have to speak things out loud. And in fact, they respond more to the energy behind the words than they do to the actual words that we're saying. So you might have put out a heart call for an angel to come help you. Maybe there was a sadness going on. Haniel works very closely with our emotions, and she's very helpful with relationships and feelings of abandonment. And I know there's a lot of people right now that are dealing with that, dealing with the deep hurt of abandonment and the sadness that you can be triggered to go into with abandonment issues. So she works with that. She comes to you in dreams, and it's just a beautiful energy to work with. I love turquoise. I've always been drawn to it. So now I know that it was that divine feminine energy, and her helping me with some of my own feelings of abandonment and being more closer to the divine, and knowing that everything we experience here in this life is a lesson. Everything is a lesson that we can learn from. So I was working with her, and I came across something very interesting, and it was in the Kabbalah. I mentioned earlier that the angels are written about, talked about, taught about in pretty much all of the major religious writings, all the holy writings. And the Kabbalah, I will just be honest, I'm not familiar that much with the Kabbalah, but I did some research because it told me that this is what she was really connected in with, and that she's associated with. And I know we have some people here that hopefully will correct me if I mispronounce, closely associated with the Sefirat Netzach, which represents the quality of enduring victory, often interpreted as inner strength, joy, and the ability to overcome challenges. And that's what makes Haniel the angel of joy and divine grace. Now, what I put up behind me, you can see the little diagram there. That is how it's drawn out. The Sephirat, and please somebody pronounce, just correct me and let me know how to say it if I'm not saying it right. But these are 10, and I'll just read what it said because I did look it up to see. It's an important concept in the Kabbalah, a mystical doctrine with psychological meaning. In the cosmos, Sephirat are seen as 10 emanations of God into the world. On the personal level, the Sephirat are also energy centers on our own bodies and emotions. So there's 10 circles and they have names inside the circle. And I put an asterisk where this angel falls in that energy center. And it is let me get back to that word, the Netzach. So the Kabbalist, for Kabbalists, the tree of life that we read about in Genesis really describes a system of divine energy. And the mystical tree of life flows from the boundless Ein Sof, the divinity beyond our knowing, into the created universe that we inhabit through the medium of these 10 Sephirat. The destination of this divine energy is the Shekinah, the feminine presence of God, right here in the physical world. Isn't that beautiful? So the meaning of Netzach is victory or enduring triumph. And as Angel Haniel is associated with the Netzach, she's believed to help people with inner strength to find joy in difficult situations and cultivate a positive outlook on life. She helps to heal abandonment issues, as I mentioned earlier. She is connected to Venus, and in some traditions, Haniel is also linked to the um, the planet. So if you are drawn to that planet, then pay attention. Maybe she's helping you to get more connected with the love energy, loving yourself, loving others, relationships that you're involved in, whether that's on a romantic or a familial or a friendship relationship. She'll help all of those type of relationships to come more into balance and to help us to really find that love and that beauty and that harmony in the relationships. So that's the information I wanted to present on Haniel. I am going to do a meditation, but I want to just see, did I lose anybody? Did anybody help me to say the words right? I don't see anybody correcting me, so I guess I must have done okay. All right, but if you have any questions, we'll take just a minute before we go into the meditation. And if there was something that's unclear or if there's a question you want to ask, let's go ahead and do that. We'll take just a couple of minutes for that. Yes, Gina.
Okay, hi. I
Hi.
just wanted to ask you, so when you were talking about like the light energy and it being turquoise, if you do like I do sometimes like the YouTube videos with the light energy, if I do like turquoise or whatever that might help me with the meditation with Honiel.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Each color has an energy to it. And when we can get into that turquoise energy, to me, it's warm and inviting. When I see turquoise, when I wear turquoise, when I hold it, it just feels so inviting. So anytime you can visualize and focus on a particular color, then you're going to be drawn into that, what's called a ray. There are rays of light that come from the divine. From what I've been shown, it's called the Great Central Sun. And so when that particular ray comes to you, and you're working in it, then yes, you can be immersed in these angel energies. Each one of us was born into one of those rays. And there's ways of finding out which ray is your primary one that you came here to learn more about, what lessons that you decided you wanted to experience while you were here. So we'll get into some of that teaching as well while we're talking about the angels. Thank you so much for asking the question, Gina. All right, anybody else? I think I saw Miss Blue Jean put some information up for us. The moon, Saturn, and Venus. And also, I think Haniel escorted Enoch to become Metatron. Yes, she's a December angel. One of Capricorn stone is turquoise. Thank you for that, Jean. Yes, absolutely. I was just doing a meditation today, Metatron, and this angel was right there with us. Just so beautiful. And I love learning all these little tidbits that we can know more about the angels. All right. Are you ready to do a meditation? Oh, Jean, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that my understanding is Haniel is the angel that God put in the Garden of Eden to protect the tree after Adam and Eve were taken out of the garden or thrown out of the garden. And she was put there to protect that tree, to keep them from going back. So I think that might be where that enduring triumph comes in. But she's
And
important.
relationships also, right?
You
Yeah,
know what's
because
an interesting thing about her that I've noticed? Maybe Jean can tell me or you, but they seem to refer to her in the plural a lot. They'll say they instead of saying her. And I was wondering if any of the other angels are that way.
I've never heard that, Jean. So,
Well, I researched a couple of articles about her, and she's very active in my life. I didn't realize how much, all this sense of contentment I have and the sense of peace and joy, it all comes from her.
yeah.
And, but, excuse me. And then the pink and the green, that's also her colors. And I see pink and green all the time, and turquoise. But I forgot what I was saying. But in my research, I found out that they referred to her as they, and I know that she stands for. They have different names for her. So I think that's might be why they're referred to her as they. It kind of confused me.
Could be, yeah, because I know there are some other names. Aniel, I think, is another name I saw for
And
her.
even Ariel, they've included Ariel in with her sometimes.
Yeah, I've never done that, but yeah, I mean, we each experience these angels in our own way. And that's the thing, is to be open-minded and just to allow whatever comes through to come through. So thank you so much. And I know she's your angel, that she's guiding you and helping you in this lifetime. I'm so happy about that. And
She's
I'm
so
so happy that
beautiful.
that we started out with this angel as the angel of joy to help us in life. All right, so we got another chat going on. I know Jean's microphone is messed up. Um, okay, I'm not sure what that one means. It says, I always think of they as those that work under Haniel, kind of like Big Mike and the Legion of Light. Yes, each one of these archangels. Remember when I was explaining about the archangels and I
Mhm.
said that they are rulers and they can tell the other angels what to do and send them out on assignments and call them in for help. Just like when we say where two or more are gathered, when we're talking about our human energy, it's the same with angels. Just imagine if you had a legion of angels working with you if you were going through something like an illness, or you just needed your energy to be revived and renewed. And all of a sudden, the room's filled up with these angels. It's very powerful to have that happen. Um, there's so much power with these angels. And I look at it like there's a lot of, if we had a power plant that was feeding power into our homes, if it fed all the power it had at one time into our home, that would not be a good thing. Things would overload, and there may be something bad that happens. So sometimes if we get to know an angel, and then they can bring in what else is needed to help us. So I never ask for all the angels to come in at one time. I say, whoever needs to be here, whoever wants to help us, please come in and help. So do it and start out in little doses, and then see how you can increase that with the angels for you. All right, I am going to do the meditation now, and we'll go into the activation with that. So if you want to take a moment and get yourself where you're comfortable, and we'll begin the meditation. So just start breathing. Breathe in and allow that energy to come to you from Archangel Haniel, the angel of joy. Just breathe in and breathe out. Just feel that. Doesn't that feel good? Just to breathe. Sometimes that's all we need. Just need to breathe for a moment. So breathe in again. Just allow Haniel to come to you. We're not going to force anything. We're not going to rush anything. We're just going right into this energy with her. Okay. So it feels good. It feels like the light, the turquoise light, is now surrounding us. So let's just take a moment and just see that light. Just envision that you can see it, that beautiful, amazing color, the green, the blue, whatever's coming forth for you. Maybe it's white. Maybe that's what you're seeing. So if you haven't closed your eyes yet, just close your eyes so you can connect even further without distractions, and connect with your breath as we've been doing. Breathe in peace and release that which no longer serves you. You're here to be immersed in this angelic energy. So leave everything else that's going on right now, leave it to the side. And let's visualize lying on a raft at the shore of the ocean. See yourself right there. The sun's beating down. I know it's cold in a lot of places right now, so envision that warmth of the sun. You're off on this tropical place where you don't have to worry about coats and shivering. And on this raft, you just float effortlessly. Let the waves and the ebb and the flow just move you gently. And inhale as your breath is joined with that flow. Breathe in the salty air. Can you taste it in your mouth? Taste that salt on your lips and allow your soul to be cleansed. We've been out here for a bit, and now it's midnight, and the moonlight cascades delicately over your body and onto the water. As you stare at its majesty high above the Earth's atmosphere, imagine what the view is like from there, with the moon looking down on us here on Earth. As you think about this, the moonlight grows brighter all around you. Maybe there's some twinkling of it on the water as you look out. And the sound of the ocean becomes softer and starts to fade. The moon moves towards you on the raft, growing larger. As it gets within reaching distance, it's transformed into a gorgeous pink and gold and green orb. You realize that you're in Archangel Haniel's presence. As you reach out to connect with her energy, just state your intention. Archangel Haniel, I am honored to meet you. Please introduce me to your purpose. I am an open vessel, ready to receive your all-encompassing wisdom, and I'm so grateful for your intuitive energy. Please show me the depth of my own power, my own light, in a tangible, verifiable way now. And thank you for doing so. Take a moment with that. If you have other intentions that you want to bring to Haniel, do that at this moment. Archangel Haniel, I ask you please surround me with your love light and protection, and ensure that you are guiding me to connect with all the moon cycles. I ask you to help me understand the energy of the moon, to help me understand and learn how to manifest, how to heal, and how to create. Beloved Archangel Haniel, I ask you to connect with me to teach me aspects of my divine feminine energy, to help me remember the beauty that surrounds all aspects of me. Help me connect deeper to my intuitive self, to the fiery energy of the divine feminine. Help me remember my true deep aspects of what my representations of the divine feminine are. Help me seek deeper as I enter into the reflections of myself, and help me balance my physical body. Help me, Archangel Haniel, to connect to the divine aspects of all areas of my being, internally and externally. Help me to understand how I can learn the magic that the universe holds, so I may create my realities. Beloved Archangel Haniel, I thank you for bathing me in the light of the moon. I thank you for attuning my frequency to the moon. Now breathe in. Let's take all of that in, all the intention. Find yourself just really relaxed on that raft, floating under the moon. And maybe that moon is creating some powerful energy inside of you right now. Just allow, open up your heart center. Allow this angel of joy to infuse you with joy. So I'm asking Haniel at this moment to come to each person hearing my voice each one that's on Zoom, each one that's listening on the live stream. Just open up to what Haniel is giving you, this gift of joy, this gift of love. Just take a moment, and Haniel will come to each person. You may find that you feel the touch of an angel. You might find a flash of that color turquoise or green or white or gold. You might hear a word that she whispers into your ear. But we're going to take a moment for Haniel to really infuse her energy into each one that's present. So I'm tuning in to each of you. I'm hearing some angelic music. You just hear like a choir singing, and I feel like Haniel has brought in other angels to minister, to help us to heal in our heart space. It feels like there's healing going on in regards to abandonment, sadness, lots of grief. So let's take a moment as she is infusing the joy into our hearts. Take a moment to see if you can let go of some of that energy. Can you let go of fear? Fear of abandonment that will keep coming up until you heal it. Fear of being left behind. Fear of failing. There is no failure, but sometimes that's what we are so afraid of, that we're not going to be able to meet expectations. So anyone with that, just ask Haniel to help you let it go, to take it from you out of that chamber of your heart where it's residing, and open up to the joy, the sunlight that can come through. Haniel has asked me to send some Reiki energy into each of you, so I'm doing that now. Now she asks that if there is something personal that you want to set as an intention to connect with this angel, to do that now. If there's something that you've been wanting in your life, something that you didn't know who to reach out to, let Haniel help you. She'll help you prepare for whatever it is that's coming your way, or whatever you anticipate for this year. Maybe set your intention for this year that we're brand new into, and let her be your guide. Let her be the one that you can always ask for her presence. And especially over this next month, just allow Haniel to bring joy into your life. She might bring a person in. She might bring new music for you to listen to. I'm going to play just a couple of minutes of some music that is infused with Haniel's energy. And Then we're going to come out of the meditation time and take any comments after that. As I'm talking away and I'm muted, let's come back to the room and come back to where everyone is and just share your experience. Share anything that you would like to share. You don't have to, but if there's something that you would like to share or a question that might have come up for you or anything you're still unsure about with Archangel Haniel, let's take that moment. I really hope that you felt that attunement because as it went around, she was showing me what was being released and how she was able to just fill your heart cup totally full as you were opening up and letting go of what's not needed. So we'll open up our mics and who would like to share?
I didn't know about all of you, but you almost lost me there. I was so deep and so content and joyful. I didn't want to come back. It just filled me with so much joy and strength.
Mm-hmm.
Strength, because that's my weakness. Is I don't have enough strength. And she made me realize I have to let go of that fear. She's been my contentment. I can see that I didn't put the two together. You know, I knew she'd been active in my life, but this feeling that I've been having for quite a while now, this peace, this contentment, that's where I'm getting it from, is from her. She's getting me ready for something. I don't know what. She's getting me. Maybe I'm going home. I don't know. But it's beautiful, and she's beautiful. Thank you, Terry.
Oh, thank you, Jean. And I'm like you, when I go into a meditation with the angels, and especially one like the angel of joy, the angel of grace, I don't want to come out of that meditation either. So thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
I saw early on, Gina, I'm sorry, forgive me. Were you finished or did I interrupt you?
She's finished.
Early on, I think even before you actually said that she was, did you say she was sending helpers to come around to each of
Yes,
us?
she did.
As
Yeah.
I saw somebody, it was not an angel. I think maybe it was Mother Mary, and because it was all white,
Mhm.
and I saw her doing this, over me like that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was clearing and attuning you. Yeah. Oh, I love that, Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Joanne is watching and she says, I was given the word competent. I believe she is helping with confidence. I was seeing white and gold, a little blue at one point. I'm not sure where I was, almost like taken to a past life. The angels can help us do that. They can help us to see that sometimes we've still got issues we're dealing with from other lifetimes that we haven't totally let go of. And so, yeah, I can see that. I can see how the angel of joy would want us not to hold on to something and to get the full benefit of learning through our experiences how we can let go. So, thank you, Joanne. So happy that you are watching. I know you were on the live for a minute, but I'm glad that you're watching it. Okay, we've got a few more minutes if anyone else wants to share.
I want to say one other thing. I was thinking about it when you were talking. My daughter gave my husband a cup once that said, kids don't come with an instruction book. That's why there's fathers. And when you were talking about the angels and their helping and their purpose, I was thinking we don't really come, well, we do come with an instruction book, but it's so deep we probably haven't been able to find it, at least all of it. So that's why God gave us the angels. They're our instruction book. They're here to help us. I'm sorry, I just had to say that.
There's no sorry in Pville. But thank you, Jean. That was beautiful. And yes, we do have these angels, and that's what I've been shown my whole life. I've just really welcomed them into my life, and they've helped me through some very harrowing experiences, and they've been there when there were joyful experiences, celebrating. And that's how they roll. So whatever we need at that moment from them, that's what they're going to be there for. Well, I
I
appreciate. Oh,
oh,
go ahead, Linda.
I saw uh I didn't see the angel herself, but I was with her and I had a side vision of I live in Ocala and there's a lot of country roads, looking down a road, and on the left there was one truck after the other. There must have been 30, 40, 50 trucks. And I said, what does this have to do with Haniel? So she said, it's she told me later, it's easy for us to find joy. I have a home that I like, and I picked where I want to be, and I have friends and family. So it's easier for me to feel joy. But people without homes that don't have much hope it's harder for them to feel joy. They're just trying to live every day. So I saw all of these people coming together in a circle, and a farmer like opened up his fields, a horse farm, and they built a huge bonfire, and there all the trucks are facing the bonfire, so at least they had some basic things to make them happy, to find some joy in their life with the fire for warmth. It was 36 here last night. To find the have a large fire, and then camaraderie, and if they could stay there, they'd get some friends and maybe find jobs. And then the same thing applied to Los Angeles, that's on fire. The people leaving, getting together and networking and having fire. Right now they have nothing. I mean, people are leaving with just the shirt on their back. And him getting them together in some type of location and giving them some joy in at least somebody else understanding their issues. So I'm sorry I'm taking so long, but it was very touching, because it was like, we can find joy. I mean, we all have our own troubles and our own sadness. So many days it's a lot harder to find joy than others. But there are other people that don't have any joy that need it now. So I guess I'm enlisting everyone. If you have any thoughts or anything you can do for these people to bring them joy, I feel like it's our job as a citizen to help the angel out. They're always helping us out. So that's all. I'll be quiet.
Thank you. I love that. Helping the angels. Wow. That's a beautiful thought, isn't it? And you're so right. You know, when we get that nudge, that's usually coming from the angel saying, hey, look over here, pay attention to this. And not all of us go out and do things, do an action, but we have other ways that we can support as we go through life. And so victims of tragedies, you know, like this that's happened, and the one that happened last year up in the Carolinas, that's still ongoing.
Yeah, that is.
People that are homeless. So thank you, Linda, for bringing that up. I love that. And there's no sorries. So Blue said, I, of course, had to go outside. I looked up, and the most amazing dancing crystalline white snowflakes were around my head with the music. Wind blowed, trees creaked. Just such an immense healing for me. Joy, my word for my soul. Blue, I love that you're so poetic and can really bring us in there with you. I can see you standing there, and I've been in your house, so I know what that feels like to stand outside in that probably very cold Vermont air right now. So thank you for sharing that experience. I love that. I love you all so much. Just putting it out there. Anybody else want to take a moment to share before we get off of the line?
Hi, this is Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Terry. So it felt very precious tonight to be given joy, because one, it just feels like it's a good thing to fill up with tonight for me. And if I can get my quotient of joy higher, then I'll be able to mirror it and reflect it out into the world that I'm in. And so that made me think about that when Linda was speaking, because that's something that I don't take for granted right now, because every day is up and down. But it was really lovely to be offered a gift like joy. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for being here, Sue. I really appreciate it. You added a lot to the energy tonight. And we are streaming on Enlightened World Network, and on both Facebook and YouTube, and on Angel Speakers, Terry Angel, on both of those. Every month it will be that way. And in February, I believe it's Michael. I have to double check that, but I think we're going to Archangel Michael. So I'll see you back here the second Wednesday of February And just keep working with Haniel for this month. Just keep enjoying calling her in and asking for your heart cup to be filled with joy. And she will most certainly do that. So I just want to close our circle with a thank you to the angels that did show up. Thank you for Archangel Haniel and your beautiful, beautiful energy. Thank you for bringing in other angels to us. Thank you to our 4 archangels that surround us on all sides at all times. We appreciate you being here. Oh, I love the hearts. How did you do that? Thank you, Gina. I love that. I haven't seen that on the Zoom call. I know they've changed some things.
Yeah, it's just down there on the react button.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I love the
Thank
hearts.
you. Thank you,
Thank
Terry.
you.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all of you. If you want to watch this again, it's probably easiest to find it on YouTube. You know how Facebook sometimes buries things, and it's hard for me to find them. So watch it again if you want to listen to that meditation and go out on that raft and enjoy the moonlight, especially when it changes into a new cycle. I would say do the meditation and connect in with Haniel. Thank you, everyone. I love you so much. And I will see you later. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.